Oh yeah, he's shorter than I am and he's struggling right now. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Ooh. Oh, that would have been bad. I just hit a rock. I hit some gravel. But listen to that thing. Listen to it. Ooh. Wow, that's a lot of power. This thing it demands complete control of you. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, Shifting Smiles. So, weirdly enough, I am in fact in my car. But that doesn't mean much right now. And the reason is I'm going to an event right now. Was not invited. I planned for it. I saw an advertisement on Facebook and I wanted to go, and it's a place called Jersey Shore Power Sports, for some of you that do know, especially those that reside in New Jersey. Never been to the place, don't know much about it, although power sports is typically having to do with, like, you know, motorcycles from time to time. So I'm gonna go check out the place, and the reason being is this. They're having a demo day. And for those of you that don't know about demo days, they're pretty damn exciting, especially for me. So the demo days typically go like this, as far as I understand it, where you get to go, they bring out all these bikes, whether they're new models, mostly they're new models. There's a whole arrangement of bikes, whether it's like adventure bikes, sport bikes, cruisers, dual sports, whatever it is, and they'll bring them out to have people like you and I just test ride them. And the cool thing is we can kind of give them our feedback if that's what they're looking for, or maybe they're just opening up to the public just for the sake of, hey, test out these bikes. But also do understand, in those demo days, they are going to try and sell you on stuff too, because if you're having that sheer enjoyment off of whatever you're riding, chances are you might be in the mindset of buying something. But me, I'm not. I go there for the simple fact, or the simple enjoyment of experience. So the more bikes I can ride, the more that I understand about these bikes, the more I can hone in on my skills. Again, I'm not there to practice my skills, obviously, but the more I can get on different motorcycles, the more I can give experience and knowledge towards what I'm talking about. And I'm all for gaining knowledge. I'm all for gaining it. With that being said, I'm going to try and showcase to you guys what are some of the bikes that I get to ride. Now, I have no idea of how this necessarily goes. I just saw the advertisement. I know it's from 10 to 5. They were doing this whole weekend starting Thursday. I think it was May 2nd till May 4th, which is today, Saturday. And they just said, hey, come on down. You just need to have X, Y, and Z. So like a valid driver's license, you need to make sure you have all the equipment, you know, boots or shoes, jeans, jacket, and a helmet, obviously. But they didn't say much else about it, nor did I read much else, and nor did I contact. So I'm gonna leave it to chance right now, which I'm perfectly okay with. But I'm excited to show you guys what it is that I get to test ride, and then also give you guys my purest and most raw thoughts on the motorcycle I'm trying out. So it's gonna be, I think, if memory serves me correct, it's a Yamaha theme today. So it's all Yamaha motorcycles, like the Tenere, the MT-09, 10, I think 7, the SP versions of those. There is a YZF, I think R7, and a YZF R1. I could be mixing that up, but I'll put it right up there of all the motorcycles that are going to be available for us to try and ride, the people that are going. So stay tuned. I'm really excited to show you guys. Now, as most of you know, I don't have much experience on sport bikes, which is perfectly fine by me. I am responsible, thankfully enough. But this is going to allow me to have more of that experience. Yes, I've trialed a couple other bikes before, but now I get to have more experience on it. Who knows? I am going to be in the market for buying a sport bike to track it. So this is going to help me understand, all right, well, what bike should I get? So I'm excited to show you guys all of what I come up with today. And yeah, if you have anything else, please put it down in the comments below. Let me know what bikes you guys ride, or what bikes you guys would recommend for me to try out or to buy. I'll check in on you guys. Hey guys, like I was mentioning before, so I'm currently here at Jersey Shore Power Sports, and this is what it looks like. So we have ourselves the demo day that they're putting together for everyone, and the cool thing is it's actually a free demo day, so we get to try out bikes. And I just got some more information. So as far as I know, the way it works is you have at most a limitation of 3 motorcycles, you know, just to have consideration for other people in terms of what motorcycles they want to ride, and just trying to get in as much people as they can. Secondly, it also gives you an opportunity to try out more than just one bike. So that's the exciting stuff. So what I'm trying to do is get on 3 bikes in particular. I'm gonna get on in my first heat, I guess, or my first go around is gonna be the Tracer 9 GT. Never rode it before, so I'm gonna let you guys know how that is and make sure to record everything. I'm gonna try and get on the Yamaha YZF R7 because that one packs a little bit more of a punch. And then I might try and get on one of the XSP motorcycles, quite honestly, because I know nothing about them. So again, today's gonna be very much a raw appearance of it, right? Well, not a raw appearance, I should say. Raw understanding of what these bikes are and what they have to offer, and then also show you guys just the sheer joy of doing it. So it's really cool how they have this set up. They have a table in there. They have the entire truck set up right back there, right, with all the motorcycles, so all the toys that we get to enjoy. And they also give you a card that's actually really cool where it has all your information that you signed up for today. You actually get to bring it to any Yamaha demo event across the nation, and it speeds up the entire process of actually having you try out the motorcycle. So instead of me having to redo this process all over again, I have a card for it now. So that's really cool and that's really convenient. So looking forward to trying this stuff out today. Unfortunately, I didn't get to bring my bike, but that's okay because I still get to ride some of these motorcycles. And as you can hear, some people are riding around here too as well. So I'm looking forward to really showing you guys what there is to offer and why you should go and try out these demo days, because it gives you, you know, some experience to get on a different bike and throw a leg over it. You know, yes, it's nice to have people tell you like, hey, try out this bike. You know, I really like it, you should buy it. It's like, well, make sure to go throw a leg over it so that you actually understand what it feels like to be on the bike and you get more experience. But if you're going off of motorcycles, like for example, my expertise is on cruisers. If you're going on a sport bike, just give yourself a couple more minutes to adjust, because those things pack a punch and they're also significantly less in weight. But you want to be responsible about it. So that's what I'm going to do today, and just again show you guys all 3 of the bikes, and I can't wait to actually put it up for you guys. So stay tuned.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that, spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas, think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be.
Oh, this is going to be interesting, guys. Okay, so we're riding on the Tracer 9 GT Plus. Cool. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So again, like I've mentioned before, I'm on a demo ride. It is a free demo ride today at Jersey Shore Power Sports. And dude, this is awesome. This is awesome. I'm trying my hand at, you know, learning about different bikes. We are on a guided tour. So obviously responsibility, safety is the #1 priority right now. But just getting to try out these bikes, dude, this is awesome. So I'm on a Tracer 9 GT Plus. Now this is their adventure bike from what it looks like. Their adventure platform. Sorry, we're slowing down, waiting for everybody else. So this is their adventure platform, it looks like. And it's got the tall windshield on it, a nice TFT display, I think it is. But dude, this is gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm gonna try and give you guys my raw impression of it as best as possible as it comes to mind. Because again, I've never been on this bike before. I've been on an adventure bike before, but nothing like this. So I'm just really happy that I get to test out these bikes, man. I'm looking forward to testing out the R7 and then probably test riding one of the XSRs. Oh, dude, we should be on that. Heck yeah, man. That's the way to ride. It's the way to ride. Oh Oh my gosh, this has power. This is also, from what the guy was saying before, has a built-in quick shifter. So I just realized what a quick shifter was. I literally thought it was just the implication of a quick shifter, which it is, don't get me wrong, it is a quick shifter. But if I were to roll on the throttle and kick up a little bit without using the clutch, boom, the bike goes right into gear. So that's really cool. And, okay, so it's actually on. The quick shifter QS right there is on. So I don't really need the clutch. Now, I'm just going to practice a good habit of just using the clutch regardless, because I don't know what the aftermath is if I don't use the clutch. But it sounds like if I were to just shift quickly, the bike is built to do that, so I'd imagine nothing bad really happens. But I'm just going to practice the habit of using the quick shifter. So right now I am 5'10", sitting up completely upright on this motorcycle right now. And so far it feels pretty comfortable. So when I had the bike stationary and we were getting ready to ride the motorcycles, I was able to put my left foot down. I was probably on like the middle part to my toes, quite honestly, because this bike is a little bit higher. Since it has that higher seat height and that travel, it's obviously meant to go off-road and to be on the road too. So it wants to try and avoid rocks and bumps and stuff like that, probably make it really easy to go over. So it does not sit as low as like a sport bike would, or sit as low as your typical cruiser like what I ride. So this is definitely higher, but you have the pegs quite honestly underneath you. It's in a little bit more of an aggressive stance, right? It's an aggressive stance where your feet are slightly behind you, but it's not completely behind you. You're not completely forward like you were to be on a sport bike or a hyper naked. So that's really nice so far. And so far this windshield, it looks like it is adjustable. But as of right now, we're only going about, like 35 miles an hour. So right now I don't feel any wind buffeting, nor do I feel like I'm trying to fight for head positioning whatsoever. It's actually going right over me. I don't feel any of the wind whatsoever, and that's really nice. But, it seems like it's sitting perfectly, at least for me. But again, like I mentioned, I'm 5'10", and this is, I guess, the standard height for it. And it sits pretty comfortably for me. And this thing's torquey. My goodness. Oh, okay, so no self-canceling. I gotta get used to that. Harley having the self-canceling turn signals. This doesn't have any self-canceling turn signals. But what it also does have is, like I mentioned before, it has the quick shifter. It has heated grips, so apparently the heated grips are on. The cool thing is, it has hand guards. And for those of you that ride all year round, like I do, hand guards help. And you also know it's not always the temperature that you ride in, it's mainly the wind that winds up killing you. So it's good to have those hand guards to at least break most of the wind so you don't feel it as much. But they do have hand grip warmers right now that you could turn on, and I think they are on because my hands are getting a little bit warm. But the hand guards do help significantly knock down a lot of the wind. And so far this is feeling pretty comfortable, man. I like that it's torquey too for an adventure bike. Like, my goodness. And it's so soft. Like, the suspension is extremely buoyant and it feels so nice. Yeah, the bike just sits right underneath you, man. And look at that, it just immediately wants to go. Wow, this is really nice. Let me open up this visor. I need to get a new pin lock. Maybe they sell pin locks here. For those of you guys that don't know what pin locks are what you put in between you and your helmet visor that creates a hydrophobic layer. It's like a film that you put right on your visor. Creates a hydrophobic layer so that it doesn't fog up. Mine's already past the 9-month recommendation, which is when they tell you, if memory serves me correct, when to replace them. Ooh, okay. That's torquey. Which is when they recommend to replace them so you get another one. So mine's kind of at the point where it's a little bit of space right now, and if I leave my visor closed, I'm gonna feel all of, well, the moisture's gonna get in my helmet, unfortunately. But wow, this feels comfortable. Feels playful, man. Wow. The suspension, the travel, and it's in street mode. Where can I change the mode? Oh, this also has cruise control? Oh, hell yeah, man. Oh, so the modes are right down here. I just don't know if I can activate it while I'm riding. But this is comfortable. I'd imagine that the stock seat on here, it feels pretty thick. After feeling it, it's about this thick. But I'd imagine they probably make more comfortable seats than this one, especially if you're going for a long haul. But I like the fact that although your feet are a little bit more aggressive underneath you, you are standing up tall. Like, this is me completely upright. I have a slight forward lean, and it feels comfortable. It feels nice. But again, it's a short ride. It is very much a short ride. So I'd wonder what this would feel like for a long distance ride. And then I'd be able to tell you guys. So Yamaha, if you want to let me know or do anything about that, so I can give these people that are watching, my genuine opinion of this motorcycle. You know what? Hook me up with the Tracer 9 GT Plus on a long road trip so I can give them my actual take, because I think it's only fair for them. It's fair for everyone watching that they should know what this bike actually feels like, man. Oh yeah, he's shorter than I am and he's struggling right now. If you guys notice, my foot actually is firmly on the ground and I don't have to tilt the bike as much. So, but he's got the R7 on him. Oh, this is cool, man. This is such a wonderful thing that we get to ride. Let's see, mode. Street mode, sport mode. Ooh, and that was torquey for street mode. Oh, dude, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to how this thing is. And this is their 2024 model, so it's cool that we get to try out these new models, man. It really is. Oh, my man is struggling. He is struggling. Does anybody see that? Oh, it's all good though, man. The important thing is that we all get to ride, regardless of height. But there's sport mode. Let's see when the light is. There's street mode, sport mode, custom mode, rain mode. All right, so there's 4 modes, and I guess that varies on how much power you want it to be at. So let's see what sport mode is like. Oh, wow. It's a good amount of power. That is a good amount of power for an adventure bike. And it's so quiet. Like, this thing is so deceivingly powerful. I'm gonna put the specs up for you guys to let you know what it is, but judging by what it says here, the bike is at a 32-inch seat height. 32-inch seat height? No. Yeah, 32-inch seat height. It's at 492 pounds is how much the motorcycle weighs. 890 cc's. So it has a plentiful 890 cc's. And it's also got a 5-gallon tank to it. So it definitely can crush miles. Ooh. It definitely can crush miles with that big of a tank. That's the exact same size as the tank on my motorcycle. And that thing does about, what, maybe 160 miles? Maybe 160 miles until the next fill up, and that's without me punching it. That's just with straight up highway cruising. So, and also the color is the storm gray, even though there's some blue to this too. But wow, actually no, this is a completely gray motorcycle. That's right, completely gray. I'm thinking about the motorcycle, the Tenere that he has on. But wow, this bike is actually pretty cool. It's pretty comfortable so far. The one thing that you get so used to that, like I mentioned before, is those self-canceling turn signals. The fact that this doesn't have it kind of throws me off, but I think most Asian motorcycles don't have the self-canceling. So I just got to remind myself to turn it off. But listen to that thing. Listen to it. Ooh. Wow, that's a lot of power. This thing it demands complete control of you, because if I hit it like this, I feel it wobbling underneath me, but when I have both hands on it, it's just so powerful. And again, there's more control on my end, and I'm not necessarily familiar with the motorcycle, but it's a lot of fun. Like, I can see myself ripping this for some distances, man. Maybe I can put it underneath the test of a cross-country motorcycle trip that I do every year. That'd be really nice. But let's see. Yamaha, do your thing. Or viewers, let Yamaha know I should test ride one of these motorcycles. Maybe they'll listen to you guys over me. But I'm just really happy I get to test this out. And it's such a nice day too. All right, let's test out the cruise control. So I set it up. Let's put it on 45. Is it set? No. All right, hold on. I'll set it up afterwards. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Ooh. Oh, that would have been bad. I just hit a rock. I hit some gravel. And it just like lifted up the back wheel. But this thing's still, this thing was planted. I'm good. Oh, I rode through here. Hell yeah, man. All right, so set the cruise control. Boom. Is it set? Oh, I keep pressing the resume. All right, so let's click set on. All right, there we go. Cruise control set at 40. You let it ride. Let's see, revving up pretty high. All right, so good. It also cancels out when you hit the brakes. That's awesome that takes over. I feel like most motorcycles, most cruise control does that. I mean, the input of you just tapping the brakes lets you manually override it, which is really good. I like that. But this feels pretty good, man. Take that cruise control off. So you also have here on the display, it lets you know about the trip time. So I guess how long you've been riding for. It also lets you know the average fuel economy. So right now I'm sitting at 41.9 miles per gallon. Ooh, let's see this curve. Ooh, stay in your lane, my guy. And what? INST fuel. What is that? INST fuel. Huh. And then also what you see is obviously your speed, what gear you're in. Everything is digitized here in terms of the RPMs, which is really cool. And also you have the miles, the total miles that are on this bike. So this bike is currently sitting at 3601, 3,601 miles, which is awesome. This bike is getting used. I wonder if this is for the past 3 days, which I'd imagine it probably isn't. Please don't go, please don't go, please don't go. All right, and thank you. Then we also have trip 1 miles and trip 2 miles. So for those of you that would like to, what I recommend for what I use for myself is that I use them for like gas mileage to let me know when my next fill up is and to let myself know, hey, how long can I actually take the bike out before I need to fill it up. So for example, if I ever go on my cross country trips, I'll leave one of those trip miles at 0 and let it climb up for the entirety of the trip so I see the total miles at the end. And then the other trip miles, so let's say if it's trip 2, what I do is every time I'll reset trip 2 when I fill up my motorcycle with gas, just so I know roughly how many miles I'm getting for myself. Because again, there's always the fuel map letting you know, hey, this is how much we think you're gonna get in terms of mileage with your current riding habits in the environment, but that is subject to change. And I like how here it tells you the temperature of the engine. I think this is liquid cooled. And it also lets you know on the right hand side a gas gauge. And wow, this adventure bike tops out. It redlines at 10,500 RPMs and there's 13,000 total that it goes through. I don't see why you'd ever get up to that 13,000, but turn signals, everything's on the display. That's pretty cool. And it's key entry, so it's not a fob or anything like that. You do need a key for this 2024 model. I like how they're mixing in the modern technology with older technology that's tried and true. So for example, you still have to use a key for this motorcycle to turn it on, which is by far a very dependable way of doing things, which I get. But they also have the modern screen, which I think, I'll double check for you guys if this actually is a TFT display. But I like how they have everything digitized rather than analog. It's, you know, pushed forward with technology. Now, I don't mind analog. I mean, I ride with a motorcycle that's analog, but it doesn't, and it also doesn't have a display like this. So mainly it's analog, but it does have some, you know, technological, I guess, advanced-esque displays where going through the trip, the miles, fuel efficiency is all shown digitally. So I get the best of both worlds, but that's really cool how they show this too, and they give you that best of both worlds, quite honestly. And what else? Yeah, I wish honestly, I wish I knew more about the motorcycle to let you guys know what it has in terms of capabilities, but I'm gonna stay quiet, let you guys enjoy the rest of the ride, and I'll make sure to put up some text to let you know what the bike is capable of. So sit back and enjoy. That was dope. Wow. Okay. So I just want to be able to briefly recap today. And yeah, I'm kind of at a loss for words. But I'll find them. I'll definitely find them. It's just crazy to be on these demo rides today, man. Absolutely just crazy to be on them. I'm really happy to just get to be out here. It wasn't an opportunity that was afforded to me. It's literally, I found this on Facebook, again, through social media. Just whatever the algorithm does, it does. It lets us know about demo days. And I looked at it, I'm like, okay, this would be interesting. And I tried preparing for it. And wow, I'm glad that I actually came out here. So I'm up in northern New Jersey. It took me about an hour and 10 to get here. I had to go down the Garden State Parkway to get closer to the Jersey Shore. And it was all absolutely worth it. I got to ride 3 motorcycles today. Again, that extent of the limitation of riding 3 motorcycles. And it was all worth it. Again, to recap, it was the Tracer 9 GT Plus, I think, or G Plus, I think it was. The Yamaha R7. Yeah. And then now the MT10 SP. So I got a nice adventure style sport bike and then a hybridization of a sport bike, and getting a naked motorcycle. And wow, so let me see if I can try and recap what the experience was like. So the Tracer 9 G Plus was good. I would definitely want to take that thing off-road to see a little bit more of what it feels like, and just understanding, okay, well, this is what the bike is built to do, so now let's actually run it through its paces. So that definitely would be nice to do. And just get to see, all right, well, what is the off-road capability of this motorcycle? Definitely felt a lot more comfortable in terms of ergonomics of sitting upright and being able to feel like I'm more relaxed and, quite honestly, a bit more in control of the motorcycle, quite honestly. And what else? It was nice to have the hand guards on top of it. The grips, in terms of heated grips, were definitely a plus. And that big windscreen, right? It's like, funny enough, where I dwindled down on windscreens. I had a windscreen on the Tracer, had a very small, like, little cowl of a windscreen on the sport bike, and then to nothing on the MT10 completely. So I just went from here and just went all the way straight down from there. But it was cool to get to ride the Tracer, it being an adventure bike. Definitely felt a lot more comfortable. Ergonomics were definitely a lot better. It was definitely a taller motorcycle, and it seems like you can actually travel a good amount of distance for it as well, be that its capability. And I also have to say that it was a fun ride overall. Definitely felt the most confident on that one, and the most empowered on it too. To wrap this all up and make it a lot simpler, I'm happy I did the demo ride. I don't care that it's an hour away from home, quite honestly. I have more experience now and more respect for the motorcycles that I was riding on today because of that, I'm very happy that at the end of the day, I get to live to tell the tale. Thankfully, nothing went wrong today in terms of any malfunctions on the bikes, anyone getting hurt, any near near misses or anything like that, or close calls. Everyone was safe. I think it was Ryan and Dave that were helping out today in terms of being our guides on this tour. Were very respectful. Definitely gave us the breakdown of how to go about it today, and it was enjoyable. It was definitely enjoyable, and I would do it again. And to sum it all up, go on demo rides. If they offer them, hopefully they're free. Today was free. Go on the demo rides. You get to actually ride the bikes, get the experience, get the knowledge, get to talk to people, mingle with them, see what they ride, and what their lives are. Maybe you make a couple friends out of it. But go on the demo rides for the fact of the experience and understanding and knowledge of how these vehicles operate, and also just to get some fun. I don't know, maybe you get a kick out of it too. But I'm glad I got to do it, because now I have more knowledge than I did before. And hopefully I'll get a lot better at giving you guys more feedback as to what the hell these bikes comprise of. But I'll do my best to let you guys know in the future. Until then, keep the rubber side down, stay vigilant out there, and also just be shifty in a good sense. And I hope that I can bring more content like this to you guys in the future, because it's so enjoyable. Other than that, stay safe out there, guys. Peace.